In this video, we'll be taking a look at the AHU coil screen. On this screen, there are a few more inputs relating to the AHU. In the psychrometrics section, you can choose whether the cooling calculation method will use a specified coil bypass factor, a fixed leaving air condition, or a fixed supply air quantity. If bypass factor is selected, you can enter your bypass factor in here. As an optional input, you can also nominate the apparatus dew point, otherwise known as the ADP. If you hold down Alt and left-click the bypass factor input field, you can access further information sourced from the ERA DA9 application manual on appropriate bypass factors for your application. Note that if you do enter an ADP in here, your specified room RH will be adjusted if needed during the calculation so that your nominated ADP can be achieved. If fixed leaving condition is selected, you can enter in a coil leaving dry bulb temperature, and if you like, you can also specify a leaving wet bulb temperature. If fixed supply air is selected, you can specify a supply air quantity in liters per second. You can also set up a bypass air system here, where a portion of the airstream is diverted around the cooling coil. We'll cover how to set up this type of system in a future video. In this next section, you can set your heat gains for both your supply and return air fans. These can be defined as a percentage of room sensible heat, kilowatts of heat gain, or if you use the Pascal setting, you enter the estimated fan total pressure and the heat gain is calculated based on an assumed fan efficiency of 70%. For the supply fan, you also need to specify where the fan is located in relation to the cooling coil. If draw-through is selected, then it is treated as a supply duct gain, and if blow-through is selected, then it is treated as a return duct gain. Other return duct gains can be entered in this section at the bottom here. You can include return duct gains and leakage gains as a percentage of room sensible heat, or an external heat gain in kilowatts. At the bottom of the screen, you can enter your overall cooling and heating safety factors as a percentage of room total heat to account for any uncertainty in your inputs. Finally, you can use the load chart printout option to adjust what cooling results are displayed. Most of the time, I would recommend leaving it as the default option of AHU peak and room peak. This displays the peak loads for each individual room. The other options are to display the room loads that are seen when their respective zone is at its peak load, or to display the loads that are seen at a specified hour of the day and month of the year. That's all for this video. Please join me in the next one, where we'll be looking at the zones and rooms screen. Bye for now.